Shalom, everyone. This is Brother Royal with the King James Bible University. Here at King James Bible University, the house of the lost sheep of Israel and the house of JEHOVAH, we are in no way affiliated with any Christian church or Christian organization, neither any camps or their false doctrines. Excuse me. So get your pencils, pens, paper, electronic devices, and let's begin. As we grow from children to adults, we are given instructions. Today I will be talking about correction. So we're given instructions so that we will go on a certain path. When learning what we are supposed to do, when we get off the path, what straightens us up again? Chastisement, correction. When Moses brought us out of Egypt and was teaching us about the Sabbath day in the wilderness, correction for the people had to be shown. Numbers 15, 32 through 36. Numbers 15, 32 through 36. And while the children of Israel, male or female, while the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man, male or female, that gathered sticks, was contracting business, assembled work, was working upon the Sabbath day. And they that found him gathering sticks, found him working, brought him unto Moses and Aaron, and unto all the congregation. And they put him in ward, because it was not declared what should be done to him. And the Spirit of God said unto Moses, the man, the male or female, barbers, beauticians, athletes and cheerleaders, those who are going to the stores shopping, shall surely be put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp. And all the congregation brought him without the camp, and stoned him with stones. And he died, full stop, as the Spirit of God commanded Moses. Go to Zephaniah 3 and 2. Zephaniah 3 and 2. A little slow. 3 and 2. She obeyed not the voice. That's the Spirit. She obeyed not the voice. She received not correction. She trusted not in the Spirit of God. She drew not near to her God. Does our spirit obey the voice? Do we trust in Jehovah? Don't just say yes. Think on it. Are we really trying to get nearer to the Most High God? A lot of us don't like chastisement, meaning discipline, correction, and punishment. We think we can avoid it. Let's see what is written. Hebrews 12 and 8. We're going to go to Hebrews 12 and 8. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. So, who you with? The sons, the servants, or the bastards? Heathens, covenant breakers, vow breakers, marriage breakers. As we are traveling on this spiritual journey, the Most High wants to know who is worthy to be in the kingdom. Therefore, he has put us through the fire of testing to see who is his and who is not. We who are supposed to be Israel, Jehovah's servant, Hebrews, he who passed over, will not stop being a stiff-necked people. We claim to be Israel, he who struggles with Jehovah, and basically wear that as a badge of honor. There are so many examples in the Word that shows how hard-headed we are and why we have to be vetted to go into the kingdom of God. I just want to point out a few. Let's start in Judges 2 and 8. Judges 2, 8 through 13. Judges 2, 8 through 13. Judges 2, 8 through 13. And Joshua, the son of Nun, the servant of the Spirit of God, died, being 110 years old. And they buried him in the border of his inheritance, in Timnath-Heres, in the mount of Ephraim, on the north side of the hill Gosh. And also all the generation were gathered unto their fathers. And there arose another generation after them, which knew not the Spirit of God, nor yet the works which he had done for Israel. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and served Balaam. And they forsook the Spirit of God, our guide, of their fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt, and followed other gods, of the people that were round about them, and bowed themselves unto them, and provoked the Spirit of God to anger. And they forsook the Spirit of God, and served Baal and Ashtaroth. After Joshua and all the elders died, the new generation didn't know the Spirit of God. They jumped right off the spiritual highway to go and play. They worshiped Balaam, Baal, false god, and Ashtaroth, the mother goddess of fertility. They bowed down to other gods. How do we think the Spirit of God reacts to us worshiping other gods? Let's go to the law. Exodus 20 and 3. Exodus 20 and 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. So, with that being said, let's go back to Judges 2, 14 and 15. Judges 2, 14 and 15. And the anger of the Spirit of God was hot against Israel, and he delivered them into the hands of spoilers that spoiled them, and he sold them into the hands of their enemies round about, so that they could not any longer stand before their enemies. Whithersoever they went out, the power of the Spirit of God was against them for evil, as the Spirit of God had said, and as the Spirit of God had sworn unto them, and they were greatly distressed. Now, they didn't stay down and out and distressed, because you got to think of who loves us. We go to Judges 2, 16. Judges 2, 16. Nevertheless, the Lord raised up judges which delivered them out of the hand of the power of those that spoiled them. The Spirit of God gave them teachers, and the teachers delivered them. What did I say earlier? We are hard-headed, stiff-necked people. Reading further down, we can see that the children of Israel would not listen to the teachers, but kept going to bow themselves to other gods. The Spirit of God still raised up teachers, and he was with the teachers all their days, and delivered Israel out of the hands of their enemies because of their groanings from being oppressed. We're going to step over right fast to Job 34, 31. Job 34, 31. Remember, they were doing a lot of crying and being oppressed and groaning. So, surely it is meet to be said unto God, I have borne, carried, conveyed, supported chastisement, discipline, correction, and punishment. I will not offend anymore. When I was coming up, there was a saying all of us children used to say when we were getting beat. I ain't gonna do it no more. Please, Mama, I ain't gonna do it no more. We, even today, ain't gonna act right. So should we be able to go into the kingdom worshiping other gods? They turned it up more after crying, being delivered, and once the teachers died, it was on again. Remember, we have to go through the fire and be proven to see if we could be found worthy to go into the kingdom. Let's go to Judges 3, 3 and 4. Judges 3, 3 and 4. namely 5 lords of the Philistines, and all the Canaanites, and the Sidonians, and the Hivites that dwelt in Mount Lebanon, from Mount Belhermon until the entering in of Hamath. And they were to prove Israel by them, to know whether they would hearken unto the commandments of the Lord, which he hath commanded their fathers by the hand of Moses. In Judges 2:11, we read, and the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Spirit of God and served Balaam. We're going to go to Judges 3 and 7. Judges 3 and 7. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Spirit of God, and forgot the Spirit of God their guide, and served Balaam and the groves, forests, and woods. Let's go to Judges 3 and 8. Therefore the anger of the Spirit of God was hot against Israel, and he sold them into the hand of Chusharishathaim, king of Mesopotamia. And the children of Israel served Chusharishathaim 8 years. The Most High had to give them another spanking. And like all children do, Israel cried unto the Spirit of God. The Spirit of God raised up a deliverer who delivered Israel. His name was Othniel, meaning God is my protection, powerful one, Lion of God, God is powerful. Othniel was the son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother. Judges 3, 10 through 12. Judges 3, going to hit 10 through 12. And the Spirit of God came upon him, and he taught Israel, and went out to war. And the Spirit of God delivered Chushan-Rishathaim, king of Mesopotamia, into his hand. And his power prevailed against Chushan-Rishathaim. And the land had rest 40 years, and Othniel, the son of Kenaz, died. And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Spirit of God. And the Spirit of God strengthened Eglon, the king of Moab, against Israel, because they had done evil in the sight of the Lord. As soon as Othniel died, Israel did evil again in the sight of the Spirit of God. The Spirit of God had to discipline them again by getting the children of Ammon and Amalek, and they smote Israel. And the children of Israel served Eglon, the king of Moab, 18 years. You know what happened next? We cried. Always crying out after you done did bad, unto the Spirit of God, and he raised us up a deliverer. Judges 3:15. Judges 3:15. But when the children of Israel cried unto the Spirit of God, the Spirit of God raised them up a deliverer, Ehud, the son of Gera, a Benjamite, a man left-handed, and by him the children of Israel sent a present unto Eglon, the king of Moab. When you read the rest of the text, Ehud made a two-edged dagger and hid it on his right side under his raiment. And Ehud brought the present to Eglon, king of Moab, who was a very fat man. Ehud told the king he had a secret errand for him, and who told Ehud to keep silent. When the room was clear, Ehud came unto the king, who was sitting in his summer parlor, and said, I have a message from God. And he arose out of his seat, and with his left hand Ehud took the dagger from his right thigh and thrust it into the belly of the hap, also went after the blade and the fat. And the fat closed upon the blade, so that he could not draw the dagger out of his belly. And the dirt came out. Ehud left through the porch and closed the doors and locked them. Ehud escaped, and it came to pass that he sounded a trumpet on the mountain of Ephraim, telling Israel to follow him, for the Spirit of God hath delivered your enemies into your hands. And they slew Moab, about 10,000 men. And Israel had rest 80 years. That's 80 years. That took a while, didn't it, to get to chapter 4. Just to get to chapter 4. Let's go to Judges 4 and 1. Judges 4 and 1. And the children of Israel again did evil in the sight of the Lord when Ehud was dead. Once again, after Ehud died, we at it again doing our own thing. So we had to get another chastening, some more correction. Judges 4, 2 through 3. Judges 4, 2 through 3. And the Lord sold them into the hand of Jabin, king of Canaan, that reigned in Hazor, the captain of whose host was Sisera, which dwelt in Hareseth of the Gentiles. We ain't going to stop right there. We're going to keep going. Let's go to Judges 6, 1 and 2. Judges 6, 1 and 2. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord delivered them into the hand of Midian 7 years. And the hand of Midian prevailed against Israel. And because of the Midianites, the children of Israel made them the dens which are in the mountains and caves and strongholds. Hold on. Judges 10, 6, 7, and 8. Judges 10, 6 and 7. Judges 10, 6 and 7. And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Lord, and served Balaam and Ashtaroth, and the gods of Syria, and the gods of Zidon, and the gods of Moab, and the gods of the children of Ammon, and the gods of the Philistines, and forsook the Spirit of God, and served not him. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he sold them into the hands of the Philistines, and into the hands of the children of Ammon. We're going to go to 8. And that year they vexed and oppressed the children of Israel 18 years. All of the children of Israel that were on the other side of Jordan, in the land of the Amorites, which is in Gilead. Got another one for you. Judges 13 and 1. Judges 13 and 1. And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Spirit of God. And the Spirit of God delivered them into the hand of the Philistines 40 years. Over and over and over again, the children of Israel kept turning away from the Spirit of God. And the Spirit of God kept putting that correction on their behind. This one book, Judges, reminds me when I was young. I was about 5 or 6 when I had my first Coke. And that thing was good. I'm talking about that's when I fell in love with a Coca-Cola. Now, what would happen is, back then you could put a Coke in the refrigerator and it'll be just as strong 3 days from now than it is today when you open it up. I'm talking about just as strong. Matter of fact, it felt a little stronger because it was really good and cold then. And my mom would put that bottle of Coke in the refrigerator, and I'll just go and take me a little sip. Now, it wasn't a sip, it was a swallow. So then she came to me. Well, not to me. She asked who drank out of her Coke. She wanted to know who drank out, because I think that swallow was more like 2 gulps maybe. But didn't nobody answer. Now, I don't know if she beat me because I lied and said it wasn't me, or she beat me because I got 2 good gulps out the Coke. Now, they came in 6-pack bottles at that time. So then, whenever she would get one, I would go and take me a sip. Now, this is what I started doing. When I take a sip, I would start putting markings on them. I would mark the bottle. Try to mark it just as inconspicuous as I can. And also, I would get up after everybody went to sleep and go get that crack Coca-Cola, because it had me going. And I would get beat every trip. I always tried to figure out how she knew, but I guess I wasn't taking no small swallows. But I got the stuffings beat out of me because I kept sneaking and drinking that Coca-Cola over and over and over again. And when you meet me to this day, I'm still drinking Cokes. Let's go to Proverbs 22:15. Proverbs 22:15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. No one said this journey is going to be easy, especially with our own trying to do us in. In Numbers 16, 1 through 3. We're going to hit Numbers 16, 1 through 3. Now Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, and Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and On, the son of Pelet, sons of Reuben, took men, and they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown. And they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron, and said unto them, Ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and the Spirit of God is among them. Wherefore then, lift ye up yourselves above the congregation of the Spirit of God. Now Korah, Dathan, and Abiram going to rise up against Moses. I said earlier, on this journey, the Most High is going to test us to see who is His. Numbers 16, 4 and 5. Numbers 16, going to hit 4 and 5. And when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face. And he spake unto Korah and unto all his company, saying, Even tomorrow the Spirit of God will show who are His, and who is holy, and will cause him to come near unto him. Even him whom He hath chosen will He cause to come near unto him. Numbers 16, 8 through 11. Number 16, 8 through 11. And Moses said unto Korah, Hear, I pray you, ye sons of Levi. Seemeth it but a small thing unto you that the God of Israel hath separated you from the congregation of Israel, to bring you near to Himself, to do the service of the tabernacle of the Spirit of God, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them. And He hath brought thee near to me, near to Him, and all thy brethren, the sons of Levi, with thee. And seek ye the priesthood also? For which cause both thou and all thy company are gathered together against the Spirit of God. And what is Aaron, that ye murmur against him? Now Korah had gathered all the congregation against Moses and Aaron. Excuse me. Then the Spirit of God told Moses and Aaron to separate themselves from the congregation, so that he can consume them in a moment. And they fell to their faces, asking God, will he be wroth over the whole congregation for one man's sin, the men and women? And God told Moses to speak to the congregation. Get away from Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. Moses and the elders told the congregation to depart from these wicked men. And they got up from every side. Numbers 16, 28 through 34. Numbers 16, 28 through 34. And Moses said, hereby ye shall know that the Spirit of God hath sent me to do all these works. Full stop. For I have not done them of mine own mind. If these men die the common death of all men, or if they visited after the visitation of all men, then the Spirit of God hath not sent me. But if the Spirit of God make a new thing, and the earth open her mouth and swallow them up, with all that appertain unto them, and they go down quick into the pit, then ye shall understand that these men have provoked the Spirit of God. And it came to pass, as he had made an end of speaking to these words, that the ground clave asunder that was under them. And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up, and their houses, and all the men that appertained unto Korah, and all their goods. They and all that appertained to them went down alive into the pit, and the earth closed upon them, and they perished from among the congregation. And all Israel that were round about them fled at the cry of them, for they said, lest the earth swallow us up also. Korah, Dathan, and Abiram got fed up. They wanted to take over. A hostile takeover. Overthrow the authority with the congregation to join in. We the people. That's what we do. Not following the laws, statutes, and commandments. Leviticus 26. Leviticus 26, 27, and 28. Leviticus 26, 27 through 28. And if ye will not, for all this hearken unto me, but walk contrary unto me, then I will walk contrary unto you also in fury. Full thought. And I, even I, will chastise you 7 times for your sins. Now, I wasn't a bad kid, but I challenged authority one time because I thought that, I had got one too many whoopings. So I was getting a whooping. I was getting a beating. And My mind said, I'm tired of this. I'm about 8 or 9. And I jumped straight up because, normally my mom would have us lay down on the bed as she, beat the pup out of us. But I jumped up, straight up in the bed. And I put my fist up. And I reared back with my right hand like I was finna throw a punch. My mom's eyes grew bigger than 2 moons. And she snatched me and threw my little butt down on that bed and put her knee over my neck. And she commenced to laying that extension cord in like it was no tomorrow. Now, at first, I'm going to say the first 9 licks, I could feel the extension cord. And you know how they hit you and they talk? You must be out of your mind. Well, see, I wasn't getting hit like that. I was getting hit with the words and in between and in the breaths and in the blinks. That hand was unleashing a force upon my whole body. And as she beat me, she was beating me so long till my dad came back and he said, "Sweet, let him up. You gonna kill him." Now, what in the hell was sweet about my mom, I don't know. But he called her Sweet. That was the nickname for her. It was no sweetness for me at all. When I got done getting beat, I was looking for air. And once the air did come back and she got up off of me, I'm crying and slobbering, but mainly trying to breathe. Now, the licks, I wasn't feeling. But once that blood started rushing back through my body and I stopped being numb, every inch of every lick was tearing my butt up, and I was recrying all over again. Let's go to Proverbs 13:24. Proverbs 13:24. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes. I feel like she could have loved me and not gave me so much rod. Can someone tell me how are we going to make it into the kingdom and we won't listen to his word or walk in his way? We have to let go of all of these fleshly comforts. In Jeremiah 6:16 and 17. Jeremiah 6:16 and 17. Thus saith the Spirit of God, stand ye in the ways, and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. We are told to walk therein and ask for the old paths, not the side street, but the original path of our journey. And we would have rest for our soul. But we say, nah, we're not going to walk in the ways of the Most High. That's boring. There's a little bit of extra here or something else to do there, something that intrigues us. We were told about the watchman over us and to hearken to the sound of the trumpet, that messenger. What we say, nah, we're not listening to that word. That's the Old Testament. It's outdated. In Jeremiah 42, 19 through 22. Jeremiah 42, 19 through 22. Jeremiah 42, 19 through 22. The Lord hath said concerning you, O ye remnant of Judah, go ye not into Egypt? Know certainly that I have admonished you this day. For ye dissembled in your hearts, when ye sent me unto the Lord, the Spirit of God, your guide, saying, Pray for us unto the Spirit of God, our guide, and according unto all that the Spirit of God, our guide, shall say. So declare unto us, and we will do it. And now I have this day declared it to you. But ye have not obeyed the voice of the Lord your God, the Spirit of God, your guide, nor anything for the which he hath sent me unto you. Now therefore know certainly that ye shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, in the place whither ye desire to go. The Spirit of God sent word that if Israel didn't leave and go not into Egypt, the Spirit of God would protect them. They asked Jeremiah to pray for them. They said that whatever God said, they would do it. We kind of say that today, don't we? No different than with Moses. We said the same thing. Now Jeremiah admonished us, our forefathers, to die by the sword, that weapon of war, that divine of doctrine of truth. Jeremiah 44, 16 and 17. Jeremiah 44, 16 and 17. As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Lord, we will not hearken unto thee. But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her. As we have done, we and our fathers, our kings and our princes, in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of victuals, and were well, and saw no evil. Then and now, nothing has changed. Stiff-necked. What comes out of our mouth is what we will listen and hearken to. parties, money, food, sex. Forget the Spirit of God. We doing our own thing. But we think we are getting into the kingdom. No way, Jack. That's why we have to have that correction. Those of us who really want to make it into the kingdom, Hebrews 12, 6 through 8. Hebrews 12, 6 through 8. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons, servants. Full stop. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. Proverbs 3 and 11. Proverbs 3 and 11. My son, despise not the chastening of the Spirit of God. Full stop. Neither be weary of his correction. Israel kept saying, we will not hearken. And it looked like we are going down that same route. So, we used to have food stamp booklets when I was growing up. This is me going my own route. I ain't totally hearkening to all of the whippings and of not, stealing the Coca-Cola. I done advanced a whole lot. Don't judge me when you hear this. Don't judge me. But we had food stamp booklets, and all of them had different colors. And you had a $500 book, a $250 book, $100 book, $50 book. Now, one day I was passing through the house, and all of the stamps was out on the coffee table, and when nobody around, so I went and grabbed me a $250 book. Okay? $250 book. I ain't grabbing no $500 book. That'll cause all out war. But, I was thinking $250, it could have been misplaced. I took the $250 book outside and I put it in the grass up alongside of the house. So where the grass grew kind of thick up beside the house, I placed it off in there. I wrapped it up, placed it in there. I'm saying to myself, I'm going to leave it here for about a week or two. And then, after they calm down from looking for it, that's when I'm going to grab it and start spinning it. Now, in my mind, I done already seen how this thing was going to go. For those of you all that didn't get a chance to experience, that's the younger generation. Bruh, them things was good to have. And at the amount of stuff that you could get for a food stamp, I was going to take 100 and flip it with goods to sell at school. And the rest was going to be Coca-Colas, candies, cookies, chips, at my leisure. But my parents was looking for the food stamp, and they asking me and my sister. We said no, can't, that don't understand and couldn't get nothing as far as where this $250 book was. My dad cut grass every Friday. That shows you how stupid I was in my thinking. And when he cut the grass, he would edge around the house. So when he edged around the house, he seen that book, $250, wrapped up, pretty, ready to go. He took it inside the house. He didn't beat me. He unleashed my mom. This whooping was so brutal that I can't even remember when I passed out or woke back up. When she was hitting me, after she found out that book was out there, she ain't asked my sister. She ain't asked nobody. She came straight in on me. And that arm was going in a circle of motion faster than an ended stock car at over 200 miles an hour. She beat the brakes off of me. Please understand, the brakes off of me. Let's go to Proverbs 23:13. Proverbs 23:13. Withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. Felt like I was dead. So I'm going to ask you right now to go to Deuteronomy 28. We're going to look at Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28, and it goes, I want you to look at 15 through 68. I am not going to read all of them, but this is what I want you to study after we get off here. This is called the breaks. 15 through 68. The Most High God is going to beat the brakes off of those who don't want to go into the kingdom. 15 through 28 shows the brakes that he gonna beat off of you. It's in finances, in relationships, in health, in job opportunities, in our children, and anything you can think of is laid out in 15 through 68. Stay on the path, my brothers and sisters. Don't get the brakes beat off of you. But let's all go into the kingdom together. This is Brother Royal with the King James Bible University. I hope someone was edified today. And until we meet again, I like to say, Shalom.